Hello viewers, this is Michael from Screw Review, bringing you a new podcast for myself called the Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to breach your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this podcast will change your adult limit. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult limit since you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, that means you're good to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this and everything else out the way, let's get into the latest episode of King-Ohger. So basically, after things are starting to turn worse for the Rangers. So basically, after Hemo and Jeremy managed to use the stone that was giving Jeremy eternal life and whatnot, and use it on Grody to make him bring him back to dead, because turns out that Grody was dead this whole time, and basically they used the stone. So basically Hemo used the power of her tiara to extract the stone from Jeremy's body, and basically Jeremy shot the stone inside Goldie's body to make him alive, and therefore now they can kill him. But in the process, Goldie has broken his power to cause another Fury God incident. So basically, all those cicadas on the ground that caused the great catastrophe, the fury of the gods 17 years ago on Terra is happening again against the Grody. So basically, we got some more details. Turns out that the Bugwa. So basically, we got some more details about the Bugwa species as well. Turns out the Bugwa were so basically turns out that the bug were off on a different planet, and basically Dogma went to that planet and basically ended up making Grody from some dead bug creatures, and therefore ended up destroying that planet. And ever since then, Grody has been Dogma has been sending Goldie to planets and destroy them and leaving them as a dead wasteland. So basically, Douglas said that, and so basically that was my plan. I was not going to send Grody here to do that. I was going to, that was supposed to be Garen's job, but things had changed. So basically, after hearing that, turns out the Rangers have a plan, and they put a plan in motion in case any theory of the Galactic ever happened again. And basically, turns out they was going to evacuate all the people into the underground city, in the Bugwa underground city, and empty all the cities, all the six out of the five nations, above ground, and send them underground to the Bugwood's underground kingdom to stay refuge. So basically, the Rangers executed their plans and whatnot, and basically gave speeches to the people and whatnot. So basically, Yama made sure that all medications for the nations were still going on. Hemo made sure that everybody had proper medical supplies, in case, and medical assistance to any people who are being hurt during this incident. Kaguraga made sure that there are plenty of food to the people who are fleeing from this incident, and Rita made sure that all the prisoners locked out was escorted, was evacuated as well. As for as for Jeremy makes sure that the people underground who were free underground were okay in his underground kingdom and whatnot, making taking care of things there. As for you know as for as for as for as for Garen and Garen and Rackless, they were making sure that everybody in Sugar was safely being evacuated and whatnot from Sugar and the West were doing the same thing to their nations and whatnot to the underground nation of the Bagua Kingdom. So anyway, so basically we see Raptors who's finally out of that tiger cage, talking to the troops. He's like, years ago I did, I admit to you guys I messed up. I tried to stop these space bugger. I did some silly things to try to do, try to stop the space bubble and whatnot. And basically, I ended up, doing some shady things. I messed up. I admit that. But as of right now, we are facing a crisis. So basically, I will stand with you soldiers, along with my brother, the king of Sugar, and Gary saying that's right. So basically, making sure everybody was getting evacuated and making their way to the underground and whatnot. So basically, so basically, Grody is in with on one of those cicada zords that was clouding up the sky. So basically, these cicadas zords that Grody is using to attack the nations were, they were very slow getting to each of the five nations that are above ground. So basically, everybody. So basically, they had time to evacuate all the nations above ground and had the people evacuated to the underground kingdom of the Bagua. So anyway, things were like until everybody's evacuated safely. You know, hmm, that's when the Rangers will proceed with their second plan. So anyway, it seems like everything is going to plan. So basically, everybody was making their way to the underground. Everybody was, was making their way to the underground boat while keeping them very safely. While the Rangers were dealing with some dead Bugwa forces that Brody brought back to life as well and whatnot. So basically, Dogger was just watching from a far distance in his space, his university space room and whatnot, and basically just watching. And seems like looks like Commodore was kind of nervous about this, was kind of nervous about this because even though Grody, now that Gordy's alive, the way Congress is worried that that Douglas has been not been underestimated the Rangers this whole time instead of just destroyed them when he had a chance. So anyway, fighting off some Bugwa forces, some undead Bugwa forces that was thrown back to life by the power of Grody. Reckless came across this woman who was in a wheelchair, and basically Reckless was time to tell her it's time me to evacuate you to the underground. And basically the lady said that 17 years ago, I lost my family in the first Fear the Gods incident, and therefore that's the reason why in this wheelchair. The king, your father, the king, fell to protect us from that incident. So basically, what's the difference of this time? And basically, Raptors gave a Raptors gave a heartfelt speech and telling this time, my father, there was some my father, the king at the time, did his best to try to stop that incident, but he ended up dying for it. So basically, basically telling her what really went down and why the king did try to help stop that incident, but he went down fighting for it. So basically, long as I hear, long as I'm here with my brother, the king, we will do whatever it takes to stop this, to make sure me, along with the other rulers of and the other rulers slash rangers will stop. We'll make sure in our power that nobody dies in the second in the second in the second period of God's incident. So basically, Douglas showed up. Douglas showed up and took the woman to a safe place, and basically, all the Rangers confirmed that everybody was evacuated from the city safely and made it down to the underground bunker kingdom. And now we're all seven Rangers together. So basically, Garen gave, Radcliffe back his zero character Saber Morpher, and basically working together, all seven Rangers working together, they formed the God King-Ohger Megazord and used the cannons on it to force Radcliffe out of the cloud of those Cicadazords that he's been controlling, and therefore force Radcliffe to and they force Douglas and they sorry I'm telling you, and force Goldie out of the. So basically, Goldie was hiding and was on one of the cicadas that he was controlling in the cloud. So basically, using the cannons of Megazord, force him to get out of the cloud of those form of cicadas that he was hiding in, and therefore Goldie decided to transform into his monster form and basically made himself grow, and basically started to battle the Rangers, and basically what's what the hell, why and basically Gordon said, why did you guys went for it to make me bring me back alive? I know you guys just want to kill me, so basically what's the point? What's the point of life or death for me? So basically, the way this gave, well, you about to find out, gave speeches about life and death, and basically working together as a team. They did the final key. They did the final finishing attack of the God Key of the Megazord, and basically, therefore, Grody is now dead, and basically all the space bugwa, or all the jesters. Now it's only one jester left. That's Common. So basically, Gold is dead now, and he's in the afterlife, in the underworld, being punished for all his crimes and whatnot. Minigo is frozen solid and prison in ice. Gorma and Hibiki are dead as well. So basically, Gordy. So basically, out of the five Jester of the Space Bugwell, Gordy, Hibiki, and Gorma are dead. Minigo is frozen in prison in ice, and Ptarmigan is the last jester left of the space out of the five space buffaloes still alive. And basically, after they destroyed Grody, and Grody was sent to the afterlife, being tortured by all the people that he killed on the way, or etc. etc. They finally got a casualty report about the evacuation. It turns out nobody got hurt, nobody died during the second instance of the period of God. So basically, all seven. all seven of the Rangers celebrated their victory over taking down Grody, who is the most powerful member of the five out of the five space out of the five out of the five jesters of the space smuggler. And basically, this is how the ended with all seven Rangers celebrating their victory, and celebrating that nobody died during the second incident of the Fear of the Gods that was caused by Grody, and that's how the episode ended on this note. So anyway, this was a good episode. So basically, once again, we still got 3 more episodes to go. We still got 3 more episodes to go before this series ends up. So basically, this was a good episode. So basically, what do you guys think about this latest episode of King-Ohger? Good, bad, or just okay? Please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, signing off from Screen Review 1.